Progress Lighting has issued a recall for certain recessed trims due to a potential fire hazard. The affected catalog numbers are 8009-60, 8010-60, and 8011-60. These trims were manufactured in China. If you have any of these recessed trims, it's crucial to discontinue use immediately. To identify if your trim is affected, firstly, carefully examine the catalog number printed on the trim itself. Secondly, if the catalog number matches one of the recalled numbers, do not continue use of this product. The company is providing free replacement trims. To obtain a free replacement trim and instructions for installation, contact Progress Lighting directly. You can reach them at 800-447-573 Monday through Friday between 800 a.m. and 500 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Alternatively, you can contact them via email at productsafety@progresslighting.com. It's important to note that this recall only affects recessed trims with the specific catalog numbers 8009-60, 8010-60, and 8011-60. Other Progress Lighting products are not included in this recall. The recalled recessed trims were sold at Home Depot and other electrical distributors. The reason for the recall is that the recessed trims can overheat, creating a fire hazard. Therefore, it is important that consumers contact Progress Lighting without delay to arrange for a free replacement. It is vital that you remove the affected trim from operation so as to prevent possible fire. When you contact Progress Lighting, be prepared to provide the catalog number of the affected trim. This will help them verify that you have a recalled product and expedite the replacement process. After contacting Progress Lighting, you will receive a replacement trim along with instructions for installation. Carefully follow these instructions to ensure proper and safe installation of the new trim. If you are not comfortable performing the installation yourself, consider contacting a qualified electrician. An electrician can safely remove the old trim and install the new one, ensuring that all electrical connections are properly made. Electrical safety is of utmost importance when dealing with any lighting fixture. Always disconnect the power supply to the fixture before attempting any removal or installation. This will help prevent electrical shock or other injuries. In addition to contacting Progress Lighting, you may also want to report the recall to the Consumer Product Safety Commission, also known as the CPSC. The CPSC is responsible for protecting the public from unreasonable risks of injury or death associated with consumer products. Reporting the recall to the CPSC can help them monitor the effectiveness of the recall and take further action if necessary. To report the recall to the CPSC, you can visit their website or call their hotline. Provide them with the details of the recall, including the catalog numbers of the affected trims and any incidents that you may have experienced. Recalls are issued for products that pose a safety hazard to consumers. In this case, the Progress Lighting recessed trims can overheat and cause a fire. Therefore, it's crucial to take the recall seriously and take the necessary steps to protect yourself and your property. Fires can cause significant damage to property and can also result in serious injuries or even death. By replacing the affected trims, you can reduce the risk of fire and ensure the safety of your home. It is important to keep in mind that this recall is for specific recessed trims manufactured in China. If you have other Progress Lighting products that are not included in the recall, you do not need to take any action. However, it is always a good idea to periodically inspect your lighting fixtures to ensure that they are in good working condition. Look for any signs of damage, such as cracks, frayed wires, or loose connections. If you find any problems, have them repaired by a qualified electrician. Maintaining your lighting fixtures can help prevent electrical hazards and extend their lifespan. Also, it is extremely important that these affected devices not be sold or given away or otherwise enter the stream of commerce. By doing so, you protect other unknowing parties from being hurt. Also, be certain that the replacement trim is properly rated for the location in which it is being installed. If the location is wet or damp, be sure that the fixture is rated accordingly. The National Electrical Code, or NEC, provides guidelines for electrical installations, including lighting fixtures. The NEC is a set of standards that are designed to ensure the safe installation and operation of electrical systems. When installing lighting fixtures, it's important to follow the requirements of the NEC. This will help prevent electrical hazards and ensure that the installation is in compliance with local regulations. The NEC is updated every 3 years, so it's important to stay up to date on the latest requirements. You can obtain a copy of the NEC from the National Fire Protection Association, also known as the NFPA. The NFPA is a non-profit organization that develops and publishes codes and standards related to fire and electrical safety. Electrical work should only be performed by qualified individuals who have the necessary knowledge and skills. Working with electricity can be dangerous, and it's important to take precautions to avoid electrical shock or other injuries. If you're not comfortable performing electrical work yourself, hire a qualified electrician. A qualified electrician will have the training and experience to safely install and repair electrical systems. Additionally, they will be familiar with the requirements of the NEC and local regulations. When hiring an electrician, be sure to check their credentials and references. Ask about their experience and qualifications, and make sure that they are licensed and insured. A licensed and insured electrician will be responsible for any damage or injuries that may occur as a result of their work. In addition to following the NEC, it's also important to follow the manufacturer's instructions when installing lighting fixtures. The manufacturer's instructions will provide specific information about the installation process and any safety precautions that should be taken. Carefully read and follow the manufacturer's instructions to ensure that the fixture is installed correctly and safely. The instructions included with the replacement trim will detail how to remove the old trim and install the new one. Firstly, make certain to energize the circuit before performing any work. Secondly, remove the old trim, carefully disconnecting any wiring. Thirdly, install the new trim according to the instructions. Fourthly, energize the circuit and test the trim to ensure that it is working properly. It is extremely important to test the trim for proper operation. If the trim does not work properly, there may be a problem with the wiring or the fixture itself. Do not operate the trim if it is not working properly. Contact a qualified electrician to troubleshoot the problem and make any necessary repairs. Also, be sure to dispose of the old trim properly. The old trim may contain hazardous materials such as mercury. Do not dispose of the old trim in the trash. Instead, take it to a recycling center or a hazardous waste disposal facility. Recycling centers and hazardous waste disposal facilities will have the proper equipment and procedures to safely handle and dispose of the old trim. Disposing of hazardous materials properly helps protect the environment and public health. In summary, Progress Lighting has recalled certain recessed trims due to a fire hazard. If you have any of the affected catalog numbers, discontinue use immediately and contact Progress Lighting for a free replacement trim. Electrical safety is extremely important when dealing with any lighting fixture. If you are unsure if you are doing any work safely, do not do so. Contact a qualified electrician instead. Remember that electrical safety is paramount, and it's always better to be safe than sorry. This recall involves specific Progress Lighting recessed trims with catalog numbers 8009-60, 8010-60, and 8011-60. These trims were manufactured in China and sold at Home Depot and other electrical distributors. The hazard is that these trims can overheat and cause a fire. Consumers should immediately stop using the recalled trims and contact Progress Lighting for a free replacement. The company will provide a free replacement trim and instructions for installation. This recall only affects the specific catalog numbers listed. Other Progress Lighting products are not affected. It is important to check the catalog number on your recessed trims to see if they are included in the recall. The catalog number can be found on the trim itself. Once you have identified the catalog number, compare it to the list of affected numbers. If your trim is included in the recall, contact Progress Lighting immediately. You can contact them by phone at 800-447-573 or by email at productsafety@progresslighting.com. When you contact Progress Lighting, have the catalog number of your trim ready. This will help them verify that you have a recalled product. Progress Lighting will provide you with a free replacement trim and instructions for installation. Follow the instructions carefully to ensure that the replacement trim is installed correctly. If you are not comfortable installing the replacement trim yourself, contact a qualified electrician. An electrician can safely remove the old trim and install the new one. In addition to contacting Progress Lighting, you should also report the recall to the Consumer Product Safety Commission. You can report the recall online or by phone. When you report the recall, provide the CPSC with the catalogue number of the affected trim and any other relevant information. The CPSC will use this information to monitor the effectiveness of the recall and take further action if necessary. Recalls are an important part of ensuring consumer safety. When a product is recalled, it means that the manufacturer has identified a safety hazard and is taking steps to correct it. By participating in recalls, consumers can help protect themselves and their families from harm. The Progress Lighting recessed trim recall is a serious matter. If you have any of the affected trims, it is important to take action immediately. Stop using the trims and contact Progress Lighting for a free replacement. By taking these steps, you can help prevent a fire and protect your home and family. Do not delay in contacting the company to get your free replacement trim. Electrical fires can cause serious damage and put lives at risk. It is important to take all necessary precautions to prevent electrical fires. One of the most important things you can do is to make sure that your electrical system is properly installed and maintained. Have your electrical system inspected regularly by a qualified electrician. An electrician can identify potential hazards and make any necessary repairs. It is also important to use electrical appliances and equipment safely. Follow the manufacturer's instructions carefully. Do not overload electrical circuits. And never use damaged electrical cords or plugs. If you have any questions about electrical safety, contact a qualified electrician. An electrician can provide you with valuable information and advice. Remember, electrical safety is everyone's responsibility. By taking the necessary precautions, you can help prevent electrical fires and protect your home and family. Furthermore, when you receive the replacement trim, inspect it carefully before installing it. Look for any signs of damage or defects. If you find any problems, contact Progress Lighting immediately. Do not install a damaged or defective trim. A damaged or defective trim could pose a safety hazard. Also, when you install the replacement trim, make sure that it is properly grounded. Grounding helps protect against electrical shock. If you are not sure how to ground the trim properly, contact a qualified electrician. Grounding is an important safety measure that should not be overlooked. Finally, after you have installed the replacement trim, test it to make sure that it is working properly. Turn on the light and check for any flickering or other problems. If you notice any problems, contact a qualified electrician. It is important to make sure that the trim is working properly before you leave it unattended. By following these steps, you can help ensure that the replacement trim is installed safely and correctly. This will help prevent electrical hazards and protect your home and family. Remember, electrical safety is everyone's responsibility. Take the necessary precautions to prevent electrical fires and protect yourself and your loved ones. In addition to the steps outlined above, there are a few other things you can do to improve electrical safety in your home. Install smoke detectors on every level of your home. Test your smoke detectors regularly to make sure that they are working properly. And replace the batteries in your smoke detectors at least once a year. Smoke detectors can save lives. They can alert you to a fire in its early stages, giving you time to escape. Also, install carbon monoxide detectors in your home. Carbon monoxide is a colorless, odorless gas that can be deadly. Carbon monoxide detectors can alert you to the presence of carbon monoxide in your home, giving you time to evacuate. Have a fire extinguisher in your home and know how to use it. A fire extinguisher can help you put out a small fire before it spreads. Make sure that everyone in your family knows how to use the fire extinguisher. And develop a fire escape plan. A fire escape plan can help you and your family escape from your home safely in the event of a fire. Practice your fire escape plan regularly. The recall specifically mentions that the recessed trims were sold at Home Depot and other electrical distributors. If you purchase these trims from one of these retailers, you may have received a notification about the recall. However, even if you did not receive a notification, it is important to check your recessed trims to see if they are affected. The catalog numbers are the key to identifying the affected trims. Do not assume that your trims are not affected simply because you did not receive a notification. Take the time to check the catalog numbers and contact Progress Lighting if necessary. The company is committed to providing free replacement trims to all affected consumers. By taking action and replacing the recalled trims, you can help prevent a potential fire and protect your home and family. Remember, safety is always the top priority. Take the necessary steps to ensure that your home is safe from electrical hazards. Contact Progress Lighting today to arrange for your free replacement trim. They are ready to assist you with this important safety matter. By working together, we can help prevent electrical fires and protect our communities. This recall is a reminder that product safety is an ongoing concern. Manufacturers have a responsibility to ensure that their products are safe for consumers, and consumers have a responsibility to be aware of product recalls and take the necessary steps to protect themselves. By working together, we can create a safer marketplace for everyone. The Consumer Product Safety Commission plays a vital role in protecting consumers from unsafe products. The CPSC investigates reports of product hazards and issues recalls when necessary. You can learn more about the CPSC and product safety on their website. The CPSC is a valuable resource for consumers. They provide information about product recalls, safety standards, and other important safety topics. Visit their website today to learn more about how you can protect yourself from unsafe products. Progress Lighting is taking this recall very seriously. They are committed to providing free replacement trims to all affected consumers. They are also working to improve the safety of their products. Progress Lighting is a responsible manufacturer that is dedicated to protecting its customers. They are taking all necessary steps to address this recall and prevent future incidents. Consumers can trust Progress Lighting to provide safe and reliable products. By taking action and replacing the recalled trims, you can help support Progress Lighting in their efforts to improve product safety. Together, we can create a safer world for everyone. The Progress Lighting recessed trim recall is a prime example of the importance of product safety. It is a reminder that we must all be vigilant in protecting ourselves from unsafe products. By taking the necessary steps, we can help prevent accidents and injuries. Remember, safety is always the top priority. Thank you for your attention to this important safety matter.